Well, this might not be the first look at the real Galaxy S24 series devices, but it actually kind of is, because these are dummy units and it gives you a great idea what the exact phone will actually look like. Now, if you want to know about how the display will look like, we also have some things. According to Ice Universe, these renders actually provide the most accurate representation of the upcoming Galaxy S24 Ultra. Now, we know the S23 series already has slim, thin bezels, and the S24 series, the S24 and S24 Plus, will have even thinner bezels. But the Ultra models always had a slight bit of chin at the bottom. According to Ice Universe, this is the first time you're gonna see an Ultra model with almost no visible chin. It will have symmetrical bezels all around, and it's gonna be real thin. Now, if you look at the dummy model posts of the Samsung Galaxy S24 series, clearly states the same thing that the OnLeaks renders did. Flat sides for the standard models, totally flat with sharp edges. Now, on top of that, it will still continue to have the shiny finish, and the side frames are still gonna be armor aluminum frames. On the Ultra model though, it's gonna be titanium frame. It will still have slightly less boxier feeling than the standard models, mostly because it will actually have slightly curved display. Not exactly curved, because the interactive part of the display will still be flat, except the bezels that are going to be slightly more curved. But even then, it is still much more boxier and sharper looking phone than the S23 Ultra. Now, if you talk about this titanium frame though, it's actually something that is Samsung looking for like 2 years at this point. Now they finally decided to just do it. So it's not like copy-paste of the iPhone 15 Pro Max or something like that, but rather Samsung did its research and they finalized it this year. Now, the introduction of the titanium frame can actually be a good thing, also can be a little bit bad thing. For example, if the production yielding rate is low, then there could be a significant price increase, because it can go 4 to 5 times higher than the current aluminum frames cost, which is about $20 or so, less than $20. And Samsung's ambitious goal is actually to produce about 15 million units of the titanium frames, which is the similar number as the S23 Ultra's shipping numbers. So you see what Samsung is trying to do here. But even then, if you look at the advantages, then titanium is much more lighter than steel, while still being stronger, much stronger than aluminum. Plus, it has great heat and current conductivity properties. So definitely it can be a really good thing. Now, on the other hand, if you look at it, they can actually make the frame much more thinner while still maintaining the same amount of rigidity and the strength, just like the armor aluminum. It is a win-win of a situation, but only if the yielding rate is gonna be good enough. Otherwise, it's gonna be bad news for us. Now, another thing that is not visible on these photos is the speaker grille of the S24 Ultra, which is expected to feature a long strip design, just like the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus, rather than the small little pill-shaped cutouts, which is present on the S22 Ultra and as well as S23 Ultra. So that's going to be a new thing. Now, if you're thinking the S25 and S25 Plus will actually come with the same titanium frame, but not this year happening. Now, the color options we know are black, gray, violet, and yellow, but it is not confirmed which phone will come with which color. Now, there are so many other improvements coming to the S24 series, including a new 200 megapixel ISOCELL HP2SX camera. Now, this camera sensor will actually have so many improvements. For example, there are going to be ISOCELL zoom in place. Now, this technology utilizes a combination of proprietary AI tracking and Qualcomm's AI engine on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It will enable automatic zoom and subject tracking in the videos, so you don't have to move the phone. It will actually create 2 videos, both the close-up and wide angle at the same time, so you don't actually have to zoom in. Now, even if you zoom in, there is another feature, and that is the in-sensor crop. So unlike the conventional digital zoom that reduces the image quality while you zoom in, on paper it will result in a 0.78 megapixel image. This sensor will actually allow you to zoom at 2x as well as 4x without any loss in quality. So even if you're doing a video, it is possible. So this is a freaking cool thing. Now, other than that, there is also a new camera coming. Instead of the 10 megapixel 10x camera, they're going to be a 50 megapixel 5x periscope zoom system. Now, this will also create 12 megapixel 10x photo. That means you're getting a downscale 12 megapixel 10x photo rather than an upscale 12 megapixel photo that you can capture with the S22 Ultra or even the S23 Ultra. Plus, it will technically reserve more details and non-native zoom levels like 22x or 25x or 30x, better than the current systems offer. So it's a very much better win-win situation for us. Another improvement coming is 16GB of RAM coming to the high storage variants of the S24 Ultra. The standard models though will come with 12GB of RAM as standard on both the 512GB as well as the 256GB base option. No, there is no 128GB at all coming. So that's actually good. The worst part and the good part is that if you're buying the Ultra model, then that will be exclusively powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chipset. While if you buy the standard and the Plus model, there is a chance that in certain markets it will come with the Exynos 2400. Now, I'm not going to bore you guys with the specs and everything that we know so far, the benchmarking numbers, because you can check out my recent video on that. I've said almost every single thing about those two chipsets. But here I'm going to tell you that there is one thing that might improve the Exynos 2400 a little bit more than you think. Even though it is a crazy powerful chipset and it has 10 CPU cores, which is better than the 8 Gen 3, but it will also have a new packaging technology to improve the performance as well as the thermal efficiencies of the Exynos 2400. And yeah, this is manufactured by Samsung Foundry, and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy is getting manufactured by TSMC's Foundry. So now the packaging technology is called FOWLP, of TSMC is using, and Samsung gonna start using as well. Now this will actually allow the chips to run cooler, and it allows them to be a lot more thinner. They're gonna be 40% more smaller, 30% thinner, and will deliver 15% greater performance. The chip size doesn't matter here. The improvements in the power efficiency is something that we will have to wait and see, because the peak performance can be really amazing. If the sustained performance is not good, then there is no point in saying that the chipset is good. So yeah, that's probably it. And if you want to know more about the camera performance or the chipset performance, I have individual videos on the S24 Ultra for that. You can check out them. I will link down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about these changes? And yes, if you feel like you need some really cool wallpapers for your devices, whether it's a tablet or a smartphone or even a laptop, well, I have some crazy cool 8K wallpapers, stunning designs, and amazing colors. Visit my website, joindavid.com, link down below. And until the next one, bye and take care.